So here it is. It's got original paint. So when I got the car, it was all original. Everything was original springs, shocks, control arms. I believe it had stock control arms. Everything on it was stock. The only thing it had was subframe connectors, and it already had 355 gears. Other than that, the car was stock. It had a little one of those little basic entry level I don't know if it was a Vortec or a Paxton, I think it was, but that's all it had, and it actually felt pretty good. But it had stock brakes, stock, everything was stock. It felt all wishy-washy when you make turns and stuff. So I'll start off with like brakes and stuff. So brakes, we did 13-inch Cobras in the front, 13-inch Cobra brakes in the front. We ended up doing AJE K-member, but we kept the strut spring combo. We didn't do coilovers on it, just for simplicity. I think it's a lot, when you do coilovers, it's a lot harsher, even if you got a good balance of, you know, length and pressure and spring pressure and whatnot. I still believe that it's a little bit more harsh than just sticking with the stock setup. Plus, he doesn't want to be, you know, tinkering with that. So we did a AJE K-member. We got Eibach sway bars. Obviously Eibach end links, or the, you know, the polyurethane end links and whatnot. New sway bar bushings. It has AJE K-member, I already said that, with the AJE tubular A-arms that still allow you to run the stock style spring and strut combo. So we have yellow Coney adjustables in the front as well as in the back. It has the AJE tubular A-arms. Did the spring perches that you can put on the K-member. You can also use this K-member with stock A-arms. All you got to do is buy the spring perch, and then you can use your stock A-arm up underneath, and it'll be fine. That's actually what my white notchback has, and it rides really smooth. This car rides really smooth. It feels good. If you want to, you know, a little bit more aggressive ride, you could turn up the shocks a little bit, front and back, struts in the front, shocks in the back. It has Cobra brakes, 96 Hydro Boost, steel braided lines. It has, I believe it's got the red Eibach lowering springs in the front. I think they're the red ones. They might be the, no, they are the black ones. Because it's a GT, I told them to go with the black ones rather than the red ones. The red ones are a little bit lower. In the front, what else? Oh, it's got a Steeda bump steer. It's got, I think that's it for the front. Whatever I'm forgetting. You know, the basic stuff. Not basic, but, you know, the typical mods you do when you do front suspension. It's got subframe connectors, custom driveline, 11.65 inch rotors in the back, Cobra brakes in the back as well. It's got 17x9s in the front, 17x10s in the back. He already had some like 17x8 Cobra, so he had 245s all around. So we just kept the 245s for now. These are 245s in the back with a 10-inch wheel, so it doesn't look that bad. It probably would look better with like a 275, but it doesn't look bad at all. There's a little stretch on there. I like it. I think it looks cool. The car's actually sitting lower than what it looks like there. It's just because of this parking lot is angled. You can kind of see right there where it's coming this way, and then it comes down this way. So it looks a little higher on this side, but it's even. I spent hours measuring it to make sure it was. So in the rear end, it's got a Auburn locker. I honestly, I wouldn't go with that, but it already had it in there. So all we did was put all new bushings and bearings. Not bushing, my bad. We put all new bushings and new races, pinion bearings, races and all that. Everything is new in the rear end. We kept the 355 because it's a 5-speed, and I'll explain that right now in a little bit. And then we just went with 28 spline, upgraded 28 spline axles, but they're not 31 spline. So that's what it is. They're not 31 spline. They're still 28 spline. With the Auburn carrier, it still retains a 28 spline if you buy that one. I don't even know if they make this one because it's not rebuildable. So I took it to the dish shop. Guy said it was still in good shape. I said, well, all right, let's just do bearings in it. And we'll keep the gears in the Auburn carrier. Otherwise, I would honestly recommend the True Track lockers. You know, sometimes they get noisy. This one doesn't really. Every now and then when you're reversing and you're like at a weird angle, then you'll hear it kind of chatter a little bit. But it doesn't really make noise when you're going straight or even driving through a parking lot or anything like that. Lower control arms from Max Motorsports, iBox sway bars, front and rear. And it has 355s, I said that, 28 spline axles, new axles, SN95 axles, because it was a Fox rear end. So we converted it to a SN95 rear end with a little bit longer axles. So it'll push it out a little bit on each side, which is kind of what we wanted. And what else? Exhaust, it has a 3-inch, typically what I always do, V-bands, 3-inch X-pipe, V-bands, my Magnafo style muffler. Don't ask me what muffler I run, I won't tell you. And 2.5-inch tailpipes that actually come to the back. I hate dumps, so we got the little turn downs. This is my favorite part of the car, that the turn downs, you can't really see them. But yeah, that's what I like the most, that we were able to run the turn downs. Sorry. Somebody said something last time like that, why do I always have the sniffles? I don't know what you were implying, but someone said something about why you always got the sniffles on your videos, or why you always coughing, or something like that. I get really bad allergies, like really, really bad. Seasonal, all year round. In the winter, I have allergies, so that's why. Anyway, kind of getting off topic. But, so we did exhaust. What else were we talking about? It's got a 255 Walbro fuel pump. You don't need anything else. Honestly, the control pack recommends, not even recommends, they say you can get away with like a 155 or a 190 liter per hour fuel pump. I run a 255 with my typical Corvette fuel system, and I haven't had no issues with it ever. If you want to run E85, then you just get the Air Motive 340, which is overkill for an NA application anyway, but it'll work. That way you can run E85. So 255 Walbro, and then engine, which you guys came here to see. Let me ramble on about everything else. So here we have a Gen 2 with really low miles. I think he said like 6K, maybe even less than that. These things are crazy expensive now. It's crazy how high they've gone up. I used to pay, from a dismantler with warranty and everything, I used to pay $5,500 to $6,500 for motor, transmission, everything, computer, pedals, all the stuff you don't need, but at least you can sell it or scrap it, whatever, get a little bit of money back. But nowadays these things are going like, just the motor is going for like 7-8 grand with decent miles. But I don't know what he paid for it. You guys will have to ask him. Maybe he'll comment. But anyway, Gen 2, about 6,000 miles. It was a used motor, but it had low miles. Stock air intake, stock air box. Gonna put a K&N air filter in it. 3650 transmission. It's like a stage 3. It's got the 26 spline input shaft, the 31 output. Matter of fact, I think for the drive shaft, all we did was buy like a Ford Racing one, and then just oh no, yeah, those ones work. I'm tripping. Okay, those ones work. The 31 spline 99 to 04 driveline will just bolt right up in a Coyote Swap if you're running a T45 or a 3650 transmission. So this one has a built 3650, like a stage 3. This one, someone else called this out, but yes, this is the one that I was doing with the battery in the front, and I really like it. Because my white car doesn't have a wire tuck or anything like that, it looks a little sloppy in the engine bay. I haven't had time to really rewire it or fix it or anything like that. So I'm gonna do this same thing. Whenever you buy a motor, 9 times out of 10, it'll come with the battery harness, the one that goes like on the bottom. It wraps around kind of like the oil pan, because the Coyotes have the battery up here. You can keep that, remove all the extra stuff that you don't need, and just keep the terminals and the connections and all that. You could just like peel it apart, clean it up, and then you can reuse it. So the positive cable has that thick wire that goes to directly to the starter, and then the other end goes to where does it go? I can't remember. But anyway, here I ran one to the starter, and then I ran one to here to the little power supply bar there. And then the negative one also has 2 of them. One of them goes to the block, the other one goes to the frame. And that'll complete your triangle right there. And then I have the battery, my bad, I have some cables going from the block. You can see one there from the block straight to the frame. So that'll complete your triangle. Block to the frame, frame to the battery, battery to the block. So I really like that. I like that. I really, really like that. We used a different battery tray. The battery's nice and secure. That is the, I think that's like an 86 battery. I can't remember what it's out of. But that looks really good. AC works as usual. I'm getting a lot better with making these custom lines. They actually look OEM now. There's no little connectors in between or anything like that. So they kind of look OEM now. It's all one solid piece. I need to get the plug for this. I told him to order it. I don't know if he did. You can buy the OEM plug from like eBay or LMR or something. And then it comes basically capped off to where the harness will go through, and you can cut your own hole, whatever harness you want to run through. You could run the harness through there if you wanted to. I didn't. I just hit it in there and then just ran it up from underneath. I'll see if I get you guys a video of that in there once I get back or something. But it looks neat. It's nice and neat. He also used that LMR bracket for the computer, and that worked really well. It kept everything out the way. I'm actually surprised about that. A lot of people, when they do these swaps, they feel like they can't, or they just don't even try to run the little inner fender splash guards, whatever you call them. I'll do whatever the hell it takes. Even if I gotta cut it up, whatever it is, I will do whatever it takes to get that thing in there, because I hate when they don't have them. I think that looks hella nasty, like trashy, when you don't have those in there. No offense to anybody who don't have it, but that's just me. Got a little boo-boo here. No need to talk about that. All right. So yeah, 96 Hydro Boost, Volvo pump. Ran the lines through here. The usual stuff. Regular cable, clutch cable. I just ran the regular. People have asked me. I just ran a regular foxbody cable. 90 interior. Nothing flashy here. Oh, we got the LMR, like retro gauges, I guess you can say. You can get these to display pretty much whatever you want here. They give you a bunch of different options. I think we're better off starting second. Let's give it a little rip. Or you know what? Let's do first. So you guys can see. So if you're watching this, that means you made it to the end. I know I say it all the time. I'm gonna, you know, post more often, but the way it's set up, I don't know. I pay extra iCloud storage, and I just have a lot of issues with posting videos because it says that I don't have enough memory, and even when I delete stuff and whatnot, it's always a hassle. So yeah, I'm working on that. But if you like the video, if you got some information, if you found it entertaining, subscribe. Like I said, I'm going to try to post more often. I know I say that all the time, so you guys probably don't believe it, but I'm actually going to try to. I'm going to dedicate more time to that. And there'll be some new things coming up here pretty soon that I'll be able to tell you guys about soon. And that should give me a lot more time to post on YouTube. And, you know, just having fun with the cars. More things than just like how-tos or just walk-arounds or whatever. Maybe I can start doing some other stuff on YouTube. So that's something I'm kind of looking forward to. But yeah, if you liked it, you enjoyed it, you thought it was entertaining, or you gained some information from it, gained some knowledge, then subscribe, like the video, whatever. I'm trying to get rich, so I ain't got to work. So no, I'm just playing. But yeah, this is the car I'm working on now. It should have been done right now, but like any other project, you know, things come up. I'm having some issues, minor issues, but it seems like I always have issues with the Gen 1 control packs and computers and stuff. So that's the issue. I've already sent it back once. I'm about to send it back again. So it's already got exhaust and everything. Just needs alignment, tune, finish the AC, and it's done. But like I said, things happen. That's the nature of the business. That's project cars for you. So you guys will be seeing this one here pretty soon. Check out my Instagram, Pcpalan. Leave me a comment. Let me know you came from YouTube, man. And again, thanks, guys. I'll see you guys in the next one. Hopefully next week. Hopefully next Monday.